Greetings everyone, and this is my first video, and today we will talk about international relations in this video. So this is the map of the world, and I am showing you the left side or the west of the world. So starting from there, we'll be reaching to the east, and we'll be talking about the international relations and what is going on in the whole world. So starting from the left, as we have said, so this is, as you have seen, this is the part, Alaska. It is a USA part, and in some 90s USA has borrowed it from Russia. So no big news and international news from there. We will go to Canada and USA. So before going to USA, let's move to Canada. So in Canada, there is a uprise of hatred of versus India, as we have seen in past few months that the president Justin Trudeau is not giving that much of diplomatic ways to talk to India as compared to the history of Canada. As we have seen, there is an uprise of Khalistani in Canada, and as Khalistani has improved and get in deep roots of Canada, it is taking the Khalistani is taking place in Parliament also. So definitely Canada's and India's relation is not in a good way. Now talking about United States of America, recently there was presidential election held in United States of America, and as we all know that Joe Biden was defeated by uh, Trump, and now Trump will be the president of United States of America. So before being a president, he said that he will be cutting off or taking it is increasing the tariffs to 100% to the countries which will oppose the United States of America's dollar in the world's economy. Specifically talking about BRICS summit, where it was Russia, India, and China who was opposing the dollar and try to inculcate a new rupee, new currency exchange system. So this is one of the biggest news which can change geopolitical scenario in all of the country. While United States of America has been all in the news, let's talk about it later. In which country he has influence in? Mexico and the Cava, that is Central American volcanic arc, has not much in news. While you can see that this is very important. Panama Lake, uh, which uh, which is decrease. Panama Lake trade has been decreased by 40%. 40%. That means its uh, water has been decreases. So it can be a very great influence in world trade. So talking about South America, first you will see Brazil here. Brazil is the part of BRICS. So BRICS summit was in 2024 in Russia. So why it is important? Uh, as Brazil is also the part of G4, unofficial group of four, that is Brazil, India, Japan, and Germany, which can be a permanent member in United Nations Council, United Nations Security Council. And while we are talking about it, let's see here. As you have seen that Venezuela and Guyana has been on some conflict here. As you have seen that uh, Venezuela there has a port and islands there who has been found that they have huge amount of natural gases there. So both the countries, Venezuela and Guyana, has been fighting there. Then other is Suriname and French Guiana. Well, French Guiana is not in that much of news. Bolivia and Peru. Argentina is not in news. Argentina is only in news, I believe, because of Messi. Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Chile. So not that much of news. So these are the West Indies part. These are the part of North America. This Trinidad and Tobago here, Grenada, smallest island in the American region. Saint Vincent the Grenadines, Saint Kitts, Nevis. So these are Antilles. And let's move to Africa here. So Spain, Portugal, all are not in news. Algeria, Morocco, these parts are not in news. So let's skip it and let's go to the other part of uh, the Africa and Europe. So first Europe, let's see. So here, this is a huge conflict in 2023. 7th of October 2023 started, and that much, and started from here to Lebanon, and now it is in Syria, and almost half of the Syria has been captured by Israel. As we have seen a video of Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, that in which he said that Israel has a hand in doing so. While there is a Middle East conflict here, you can see Ukraine and Russia here. While Ukraine and Russia has been fighting for almost a decade, 2014, but it started in 2014, but escalated in 2022 February. And then we will talk about let's talk about Italy. While G7 summit was held in Italy, and that much is news is there. Turkey can be important as it can also go to Syria to capture almost all half of the part of the Syria, while Israel is capturing the Syria as well. Then there is Iraq and Iran, as Iran and Israel has been in news for many a time in recent months, as we have seen that there is bombardment of missiles here and there from Iran and from Israel, and that was continuously in the news. And Iran is almost a very major part of, as we have seen in Middle East, because of its oil and its possession of oil. And as Iran is going to become an nuclear country, so that is very important for geopolitics also. Saudi Arabia, while in other hand, is always in the conflict between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So recently China has made a summit there and talks between both of the countries, so can be a major issue here, as we have seen that the president of Iran was killed, and while they were trying to have a deal in both of the countries. And this is the Red Sea. Almost 12% of the world trade is have been there in this route. You can see it here, from here to there. And in recent times you have seen that it has been, deficit in trade because of the ongoing Israel and Hamas conflict. Also there was Houthi rebels in Yemen who was targeting the ships of all over the country, and Somalia pirates, who has also benefited many a times with these all countries ships. And as you can see here, this is a route to Mediterranean Sea, and it is very very important because almost 6 to 8 kilometer there is a single lane, and if it will broke, then whole entire 12% of the world GDP will decrease. Sudan and South Sudan almost every time in conflict. Ethiopia was not in news. Djibouti port is important because it is a part of China's string of pearls. And let's go towards Central Asia. This is Afghanistan, as we have seen in recent year that USA has pulled out its forces from Afghanistan, and now Afghanistan is run by Afghanistan is controlled by Taliban here. And let's just go to this region. I have circled it, this part. So this is the Baloch part. So almost many Baloch are residing there in Iran and in Pakistan also. So there has been escalated conflicts between both of the countries because of the Baloch. And Afghanistan can be played a major role in this region, as it can increase its area by capturing both of the countries, while it will not do so. Can we do so because as Iran has conflict in Middle East Asia, and Israel wants to attack Iran, and if Iran will be there, so Afghanistan can go for this Balochistan area, while Pakistan is not in the case of to attack anyone, as we have seen its GDP is decreasing day by day. And you can see here it is Baloch part. There is Sindh and Punjab part, which which is a secure part, but while its upper part, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa part is not with the Pakistan, and Baloch part is not in the Pakistan, while Afghanistan has always been in conflict with Pakistan. And as of now, the Taliban is almost opposed Pakistan. So this is the reason, JNK, and this is POK, that is Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and this region here, you can see here. So it is Sichuan, which is controlled by China, which we lose in 1962 battle. And we have talked to China around the LIC in recent G20 summit for it. So while talking about India-China relations, the recent G20 summit has been a great establishment, as we have seen that China and India has talked about LAC there, the line of actual control to settle this this treaty there. And we also know that India has not in good terms with Pakistan and China. Let's see Nepal here. So India has a big brother policy to Nepal. And then Bhutan king has recently come to India, in which Dr. Jaishankar has welcomed him in India. Bangladesh, there was unrest in Bangladesh as the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has fled from Bangladesh, and now Mohammad Yunus is controlling the Bangladesh. So very unrest there. I do not believe that Bangladesh will improve somehow. Myanmar unrest for almost not a decade, or for almost many years, as the army has taken place over Myanmar. Then there is Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. This is the part of ASEAN countries. So as we know that ASEAN country held a very major role in world geopolitics and world trade. And this is Indonesia, well, India has given Vietnam, Indonesia, and Philippines its ballistic missiles. So let's talk about this country. Philippines uh, is taking a risk to counter China in this region because Philippines believe in the international laws, that is exclusive economic zone, which is 200 miles from there, 200 nautical miles there from there, and China is 200 nautical miles from there. But China is building artificial islands to increase its EEZ, and due to China's 11 dash line, which was converted into 9 dash line from here to here, as China has removed Vietnam's this part. This is Gulf of Tonkin. So they have reduced this part and got to this. So this is China's dash line, and they say historically they have been charged of this sea, and they can exploit this region. Well, Philippines, Taiwan, and Vietnam has said that no, this is our part, and we also be able to exploit this part. And so Philippines and China has been almost in for almost 1 year. There has been standoff between both of the countries, as we have seen in Galwan in India. Let's see Taiwan here. Taiwan, in recent year, it was in January when the presidential election was there. So China was opposing this because China believed that Taiwan is the part of China, while Taiwan says no, we are not the part of China and we are individual country. Uh, let's see why Taiwan is very important and why USA has been backing Taiwan to counter China. As you can see Taiwan is the most important country in semiconductor fields. Semiconductors are the future of the world, as we have seen. Produced to it is used to produce supercomputers. So this is very important part. Uh, you can see North Korea and South Korea here. Recently, South Korea has been there was a military rule there, and now it has been all okay, as president has been impeached by South Korea region. North Korea and South Korea region. This region is very conflictive because these two countries are in almost every conflict. Japan and China has a long history in conflicts, and Russia, you know about Russia. So let's talk about Mongolia and China. So China is always being supportive to Russia, and Russia is always supporting to India. So will it become that India and China will become friends? Well, it is no surprise that India will never take a step to become friends of China, because we have seen in 1962 the Chinese expansionist policy, while Mongolia is the region which is always neutral and always supported India. As we have seen, there is a necklace of diamonds here, in which India wants to counter China's string of pearls here. That is in Sri Lanka, Hambantota port, Myanmar Sitwe port, and there was this Djibouti port here, Gwadar port there. So this is the string of pearls of China, as this is also a part of string of pearls Strait of Malacca. Well, India has countered its parts. So let's see. There is Sabang and Changi port in Indonesia and Malaysia, while there is Sitwe. There was a port in Myanmar also, I forgot the name. While Hambantota port was also used by India. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in the control of India. While talking about Seychelles Islands, this is the part of also part of the necklace of diamonds, the Dukum port. Then there is uh, a port, the Gwadar port, not Gwadar port. There was a port of Iran here, so which is also important. And then it comes to Afghanistan, to Mongolia there, and then goes to Japan there, and then Taiwan and Philippines also here. As we have seen, Philippines is considering its friendship with India to counter China, and Philippines is also the part of Quad 2.0, where India has withdrawn its partnership in this dialogue, Quad dialogue. So this is all the part of this. Now let's talk about Australia. So Australia has been always in the part to counter China here, as Australia wants China to not to come here from this side. as we have seen that if it controls South China Seas, it will come here automatically. So definitely Australia is moving forward to counter China, and we can see Australia has never been in good relations with almost every country, as it changes mind here and there, so cannot say anything about it. So that was the brief of the international relations. Thank you.